Right, what if we've got equations that have x on both sides? So we've got something that looks like this. What does this say? This says there's a number that when I multiply it by 2 and add 3, I get the same answer as if I took my unknown number and added 5 to it. All right. Translations are not as helpful at this stage, but it's still worth doing to make sure you understand what's gone on. All right. How would I go about this? Well, what I would do is I'd say, okay, this looks harder than the ones I've been doing so far. Can I turn it into one that looks the same as what I've been doing? Yes, I can. How would I do that? Well, I'd get rid of x from one side. I've got x's on both sides now. Previously I only had x on one side. So what do? I get rid of x from one side. I choose the side that's got the least on it. Okay, could get rid of x from the other side, but that's going to lead to a dividing by a negative number. And I say, why would I do that to myself? All right, I'm going to get rid of x from the side that has got the least amount of x to start with. Okay, so let's have a look. Here I've got 2x, here it just says x, and we know that means 1x. So I'm going to get rid of the x's from the side that's got the least to start with. This has got 1x, this has got 2x. 1x is less than 2x. I'm going to get rid of these. Okay, so it's gone, look. Right, make the change that you want to see happen. All right, so x has gone from here. So then the question then is, how? How did that happen? Well, this is plus x, positive x, add on x. So what we did here was we had x added on and we got rid of it by doing the inverse to add x. We take away x. If we take away x from this side, then we have to do the same thing on this side. We have to take away x from this side. Now, don't forget, x means 1x. So we're taking 1x away from here. So we've got 2x, take away 1x. So that's 1x, or as we normally write it, just x. The add 3, haven't done anything with it, copy it down. Read the new equation. X add 3 equals 5. Translate it. A number add 3 equals 5. I don't want my number add 3, I want my number on its own. So I make it be on its own. How did that happen? Well, by getting rid of the add 3. How do you get rid of add 3? You do the inverse to add 3. Take away 3. If you take away 3 from this side, you take away 3 from this side as well. 5, take away 3, leaves me with 2. Let's check that it's right. X is no longer a mystery number, it's now the number 2. So this is 2 lots of 2, which is 4. Add on 3 makes 7. And this is 2 add 5, and that's also 7. If I get the same value for this side as for this side, I'm right. If I get something different, I know I've gone wrong. All right. So what did I do here? I approached it in the same way as I've been approaching all the others. I translate the equation so I understand what it means. I have a look, see if I can do it in the same way as previously. I say, yes, I could. If that wasn't there, it'll look the same as the ones I've been doing. Okay, well, let's make that not be there then. And how does that happen? Well, if this is x added on, I take x away. It's now something really quite straightforward. Okay, time for your go. Notice I've marked out one extra step on this. Can you see why you've got an extra step over the one I've done? Shouldn't throw you. That extra step is something you've already seen, so you should be okay. Give it a try, see how you get on, then I'll go through it afterwards. Right then, here we are, got our equation. What does it say? It says a number times by 3 and add 3 gives the same answer as that number add 5. It's a difficult equation because it's got the unknown x on both sides. It would be much nicer if I had x on only one side. So first job, get rid of x from one side of the equation. Which side? The side that's got the least. There are 3 x's on this side, only 1 x on this side. This guy's going. He's gone. How did that happen? Well, it was add x. You've got to get rid of an add x by doing the inverse to add x. Let's take away x. If I take away x from that side, I take away x from that side. What have I got on this side? I've got 3x, take away 1x, leaves me with 2x, and the add 3 that I haven't done anything with, so I copy it down. Read the equation. 2x add 3 equals 5. Translate the equation. A number times by 2 and add 3 makes 5. This is the same as the first set of equations that we were looking at. All right, our translation has given us a route map. We did times by 2 and add 3 to get here. The first thing that needs getting rid of is the add 3. It's gone. How do you get rid of add 3? Inverse of add 3 is take away 3. Take away 3 on that side. Take away 3 on this side. Leaves me with 2. Probably starting to get a little bit bored of me saying the same things over and over again, but that's deliberate because I want you to see that I approach these in the same way each time. I have a system and I'm sticking to that system. How does my system go from here? It says 2x equals 2. It translates that. A number times 2 equals 2. I don't want times by 2, so I make it go away. How do I get rid of times by 2? I do the inverse of times by 2. I divide by 2. If I divide by 2 on one side, I divide by 2 on the other side. And that leaves me with 1. I then check that I'm correct. If x is the number 1, this is 3 times 1, which is 3, and add on 3, which is 6. And this would be 1 add 5, which is 6. I've got the same on each side. I know I'm correct. I don't need anybody else to tell me whether I'm right or wrong. I know. Stick to the system. It works. Summary. You've got x's on both sides. Get rid of the smaller amount of x. Take them away. All right. Always do the same on both sides. At the end, substitute back into the top line to check whether you are correct. Right, have a go, see how you get on, let me know. I'll get back to you later.